I've realized about myself that it takes me a really long time to process something. And we've said this, we've talked about it before. Like even when buying a house, you're like, done. This house looks great. We need to make the decision. And me, I have to like give myself days to process something in order for me to feel like I'm making the right decision and be confident in my decision and comfortable. And I've realized that that's okay. Obviously, there's some times where you really do have to make the decision on the spot, like buying a house, especially in this market. But I've realized like it's okay to like let yourself process if that's what it takes for you to like be confident in your decision.
Yeah.
I'm always afraid of making the wrong decision. Do you?
No, I'm good at making bad decisions. And so
But I never feel like you've made like such a bad decision that it's been like detrimental.
Well, I think
I've
made enough small bad decisions that are not life transforming.
But you're okay with that. I don't know why I'm not okay with that. I have such a hard time with like, I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to make a wrong decision, even though I know it's going to be okay.
Well, nobody wants to make a bad decision. Nobody wants to. But you can't be afraid of making a decision.
Yeah.
You can't be afraid of.
But I am. I'm afraid of making the decision.
Would you still ride a bike if you knew that there's a chance of you falling?
Yes.
You would still, right? No, but you would.
Oh no, I meant to say no.
No, but the right answer is yes, you would. And at the end of the day is the quicker you make the poor decision. My thing is whenever somebody like who's like a mentor to me, or somebody who's wiser than I am in this next field of study. And they say, hey, I think this is the next thing. Like, you know, got like whether like Ben's a prime example to me, right? Ben, he's an incredibly smart person who's always a few steps ahead of everybody that I know personally. And so when Ben's like, you know, who's doing YouTube with me and all this stuff, and then now he's like, I'm building this commercial grade hotel complex in Joshua Tree. And I'm you know, I'm a creative director for so-and-so company, and they gave me shares to promote their branding. And then as the company grows, like it's my job to help grow. When he's doing stuff like that, well, he has equity in companies. That's what I was going with. Like they allocate him shares. They're not paying him, but it grows a company. Therefore, if they sell, he could cash out. Anywho, but just from those conversations with people like that, I'm such a good... I'm not good at a lot of things. I think the one thing I'm kind of good at is two things: making mistakes and being a good student, right? I never want to feel like I'm the smartest person in the room. So when he's talking about something else that he's doing, it makes me go, I'm not doing enough. If I am not performing as what I should be performing at, not because I want to beat Ben. By no means do I think I will ever beat somebody like Ben, but I want to make the right decisions in life so I could be a Ben. And so
you get like really inspired.
I get inspired, but also I feel like I'm behind. My biggest, like, because schooling was always very difficult to me. Even I remember being in middle school. When I got sick, I would be anxious to miss school because it was already difficult for me. So by me missing 2-3 days because of a cold or a flu, I now feel like I'm in the very end. I'm the last one across the race, and I hate that feeling. So
you've kind of carried it over to
100%. So when I'm seeing John Malecki bust out, TikTok videos, and he's 100+ subscribers or followers on TikTok, and his videos are millions of views on TikTok, I'm like, I need to get on TikTok.
Yeah.
Not because I want to beat him. Again, I don't want to be caught in the dust. Right? I don't want to be the loser that didn't pay. And so that's where my motivation stems from, is I don't want to be behind everybody. I want to be with everybody.
So therefore you feel like making any decision, as long as it's a decision, it's going to always keep moving forward.
Because if you're not making a decision for 5 days, then nothing is happening.
Yeah.
And everybody's going forward. If you made the wrong decision, then you go, cool, wrong decision. Let's recalibrate. Let's start.
Which, I mean, is a brilliant and great mindset to have. I'm slowly starting to like, I understand that about myself, that I'm not like that. And so I'm like trying to reverse engineer and like figure out how to become more like that. It's like, just make a decision, execute.
Yeah.
Execute. And if it's the wrong one, you'll learn from it, but you got to make one.
Exactly. Just execute. Make a
Yeah.
decision. Don't be stagnant. Always move. Always keep moving.
But it's okay, I feel like, to process
You
too.
can
if that's-
allocate
yeah.
time for sure. You can be like, tomorrow is going to be my like
I need a day. Yeah.
a mental health day is a great example of things like that, right? Where you go, tomorrow, I'm going to keep it low key. I'm going to work out, eat well, and then I'm just going to allocate some time just to think. And sometimes you don't come up with an answer, but you gave yourself some time, and then you go, well, time's up. It's piss or get off the pot at this point, right? Make a decision. So
So I think maybe that's what a healthy step for me is, to still let myself process, but have a deadline of like, you need to make a decision by this point.
yeah,
Versus like with everything, like, you know, this last spring of just like staging and trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I just didn't have like a deadline or a timeline. It was just kind of like, I don't know. And I, you know, just did like,
yeah.
I still had like design projects, but it was like very part-time, and just, I would, you know, be very picky about what I chose. And now I'm like, well, I could still do that. But now I'm like, social media is like, I already have a following. Why not like do something with that? And
Oh, 100%.
Hey, thanks for watching our Next Door Neighbors podcast.
And be sure to capture the full episode anywhere podcasts are streamed, and including our YouTube channel, Next Door Neighbors.